Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, as early as 1890s, German businesses, including Hamburg's very own Ben Mayer, ventured into Penang, incidentally, the state where I come from, as important as Hamburg. Trading tin and rice across the Indian Ocean and beyond. Over 2 centuries later, total German-Malaysian trade has skyrocketed to more than 12 billion euros. Reflecting on this occasion, I am reminded of Johann Wolfgang von Goethe, German's poet, dramatist, and philosopher par excellence, and how he was inspired by the 14th century Persian poet mystic Muhammad Shamsuddin Hafiz. After reading and drinking deep from the mystical well springs of Hafiz Divan, Goethe then produced his own masterpiece, namely West Ostasiatisches Divan, West Eastern Divan. Goethe declared, God is of the East possessed. God is ruler of the West, North and South alike. Each land rests with his gentle hand. Amen. Goethe's immortal words cannot ring truer and more relevant today as we stand at the crossroads of a rapidly evolving global landscape where divisions cut across humanity, north, south, east, and west. Impressing the need to build bridges, Goethe celebrated the convergence of cultures long before such concepts as cosmopolitan and globalization entered our collective consciousness. The vision of a bridge between East and West perfectly captures the spirit of today's Liebesmahl, through which we aim to forge a future where economic cooperation and cultural understanding can flourish hand in hand. The strength of Malaysia-Germany relationship is reflected by a simple fact. Malaysia is Germany's largest trading partner in Southeast Asia, and Germany is Malaysia's largest trading partner in Europe. From Alliance to ZF Group, over 700 German businesses have set up shop on Malaysia's shores, leveraging on our strategic location in the heart of Asia Pacific. Earlier this last year, I was honored to host President Frank-Walter Steinmeier on his state visit to Malaysia, the first in 26 years, underscoring the increasing importance of Malaysia to Germany's geostrategic priorities. In this regard, we must continue to work hand in hand, be proactive rather than reactive to global shifts, and collectively champion convergence rather than divergence. As Goethe's soulmate in poetry and literature, the renowned Friedrich Schiller wrote in his exhilarating Ode to Joy, all men become brothers under the sway of thy gentle wings. It is in this spirit of Schiller's call for the unity of mankind and Goethe's exemplary inspiration from the divan of Hafiz that we ourselves should be so inspired to learn from one another without fear or suspicion, where cultural exchange would enrich rather than dilute the human experience, and where our values converge rather than diverge. Today, challenges like climate change, economic inequality, and technological disruption are shaping history as we speak. These developments make the ideals expounded by our great literati more relevant than ever. They remind us to honor our diverse legacies while forging a united path united path forward towards progress. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, Malaysia's comparative strength as a hub for global commerce, manufacturing and business rests on sturdy and firm pillars. Malaysia is a thriving economy that places transparency, accountability and governance at the forefront. Since my taking office as Prime Minister, after decades of turbulence, we have embarked on a relentless drive towards substantive structural reforms. This will directly benefit businesses and investors by easing the cost of doing business, building faith in the Malaysian system, and ultimately ensuring the long-term viability of investments. I cannot exaggerate the importance of the region. Southeast Asia, and namely ASEAN, remains one of the most peaceful region or sub-region in the world. It is also the fastest growing economy in the world. So when we embark upon the Madani economy framework, it embodies our commitment to propel Malaysia towards becoming a leading economy in Asia, as well as driving sustainable and inclusive development. It envisions a society where prosperity is shared, advocating for greater ASEAN integration and economic complexity, and establishing Malaysia as a regional powerhouse, maintaining excellent bilateral relations with Germany in Europe, continuing our strong collaboration with the United States of America, but at the same time forging new strategic partnership with China as a center, Korea and Japan, India in the north, and Australia in the south. Underpinning this is the new industrial plan 2030, which aims to invigorate Malaysia's industrial landscape, focusing on added value, advanced manufacturing, and high impact investments. The National Energy Transition Roadmap embodies our forward-looking stance on environmental stewardship, outlining a comprehensive strategy to achieve net zero emissions by 2050. As I mentioned to the North Mayor, other than Infineon, which has shown exemplary confidence in the system with large investments, Malaysia takes a more pragmatic approach in embarking on policies and generating new interests and showing a showcase in terms of preparedness to transition into green and renewable energy and energy transition. Sarawak, one of the very important province of ours, has agreed through hydropower to export energy into the new capital in Indonesia, an undersea cable to Singapore, and another undersea cable to Peninsular Malaya. On the geopolitical side, it bears stressing that our principled position of non-alignment stands us in good stead to conduct trade and commerce with the East and the West. While detractors have conjured a ghost of past rivalries and are now raising the specter of imminent war, I do not subscribe to that line of thought. The main imperative for those of us in Southeast Asia, especially Malaysia, remains to be development, trade and growth. The core of our national strategy is being proactive and anticipatory rather than reactive and unprepared. This strengthens our resilience against geopolitical fluctuations, allowing Malaysia to be the 6th largest semiconductor exporter in the world. It also allows Malaysia to export its energy without undue geopolitical concerns. Here I want to stress that Malaysia is ready to support Germany's energy transition through natural gas as a transitional fuel. This will balance Germany's immediate energy security needs with long-term sustainability goals. I believe that the strength of our bilateral relationship should carry over to further regional integration. Based on mutual trust, the time is ripe for us to rekindle discussions on the Malaysia-EU Free Trade Agreement. I give an assurance to Chancellor Scholz that we will facilitate and accelerate this process to ensure that Malaysia is part of the EU FTA. With this, Europe will be able to capitalize on Malaysia as a gateway to Asia, leveraging on open market policies facilitated by the ASEAN Free Trade Agreement, RCEP, CPTPP, and our RCEP, which means understanding and trade collaboration, particularly with China. Malaysia is not just open for business. We are ready to collaborate, innovate, and partner in high-quality ventures that align with our national goals and global responsibilities. Let us champion a new divan for our times, a divan that celebrates our shared humanity and mutual interests. As we part ways, let us hold fast to this vision we have articulated. In honoring the legacy of Hafiz, Goethe, Schiller, let us tread the path ahead, not as lone individuals, but as companions, bonded by the ties of our common humanity, committed to the principles of justice and peace. Thank you.